forgotten, and would rather be working instead in the shed that has someone to talk to. Come and join us, turn has been shed. 18 years since I stopped full-time work.
Probably a very pivotal support that SICAP gave us was the funding of our strategic plan, because our strategic plan really is the cornerstone of how we're going to face the future.
Well, with the money that's been spent on it, we got a shed up there at the top that we didn't have at the time.
I have to say that without SICAP, I don't know, we'd still be at the starting gates. So I took part in a positive psychology course online. That was really good at the time, because I suppose during COVID we were all at sea, we didn't know where it was going to take us.
The tablet came and it was like, I can't describe it really. It was wonderful to be able to see my family.
SICAP provided teachers' wool and a hall, and every week the tables are laid out for us all and we all have individual spaces.
Well, our group is a residents' association. So Croke Street is a very old street. It was full of artisans in its time, a very vibrant street. But over the years, the street, because a lot of the businesses closed, the street then deteriorated, and then people moving out of the street to the suburbs and that type of thing. So all that has a bearing then on how the street shapes up. We wanted to make the street a pleasant place, not only for residents, but for people who wanted to do business in the street and for people who use the street to come and go. We have achieved that because we've had a lot of favourable comments about our hanging baskets and our boxes and our barrows and our pots. And yeah, I would say that it has made a significant difference.
Oh, I am about 10 miles from the town, yes. I used to live in London for a long time, but I wanted to be in the countryside. I'd much rather be out here. Well, my neighbour actually, she was, I think she knew Breda, and she was talking to me about, because I told her how sad I was, I couldn't see my family or all of that when the COVID started. She showed me her tablet and she said, if you had one of those, and that was a long time ago now, and of course I didn't know anything about them until she showed me hers, and I thought that was wonderful, and I could see my girls and my grandchildren, and I thought this can't be happening, it's too good.
And our group is the tallest been shed. Our benefits there now is quite good. We meet regularly to talk of the things we went through in our years. If we weren't here, we'd probably be at home, me in my case, probably watching telly.
Well, our group is the Littleton's women's group. We had many reasons to join it. One being a reason to get up, to get out in the morning, and especially in these times, to meet friends, to learn something new, and to hear whatever gossip is that we need to hear. Only for the group, I think I wouldn't even bother getting out of bed in the morning, and I can nearly say the same for many others.
The main benefit isn't actually visible or tangible, and it's when you think about it or something happens and you'd say, oh God, yeah, wasn't that great? If someone, we say, comes home from hospital or something, they know that they can contact us. We ourselves mightn't be able to do anything for them, but we can point them in the direction of a service.
We're getting help, and it's nice to give a thank you back to somebody else, like charities and different charities. We've given caps and cardigans to the hospital for premature babies, and tons of blankets, boxes of blankets, and everybody in the group has put something into it.
SICAP have been a wonderful support to us over the years. It would be in relation to social activities. One, for instance, was an outing to Bunratty. It involved a lot of people getting together and having a bit of crack. Of all the projects, the Rambling House is the one I think that gives us most satisfaction. When you stand in the room and you see all the heads nodding in time to the music, and you see someone shuffling and putting their hand in their pocket for their words because they're hoping someone's going to ask them to sing, and they get an opportunity to sing, and they go home buzzing.
I found after a while it was a great thing, instead of going to a nursing home, that this was an alternative which is, in my opinion, just as good. We spent some time carving, especially in Bog Oak. It was very hard, but terribly interesting, and we achieved a few things from it.
I suppose the biggest benefit we get from it is we know we have each other and we have security. And if there is a further threat, we know that we're there for each other.
But the real first thing was seeing my family, because I hadn't seen them. I've only one granddaughter, and she designed clothes, and that's her job. She's a designer, and she was showing me what she could make and this and that, so I could see them and talk to them every day if I wanted to, just for a little while. And that made my life so different, because I was never lonely in the countryside until COVID happened.
Another SICAP course I took part in was a business development course, and that was through my work here with Age Friendly in Rossgrey, and that kind of helped me look at the Rossgrey Age Friendly as a social enterprise, and how we can develop that further.
And I thought, and I said it to Teresa, and I said, Teresa, would you like a blanket? And she said, for me. And I said, for you. Tell me the colours you want, and I put in them. And she's told me earthly colours. And that's what she got. And Teresa is the kindest lady. She opens her house to half a dozen of us here every Wednesday. And she doesn't expect a penny in return.
I wrote the song we're about to sing in the short while. I don't know what came into me to start it. Starting it, I didn't know I'd even finish it. But I wrote it the way I see things progressing in the main shed.
So it creates an awareness of the needs of older people, and that's what's said. If you design and plan for older people, you are really planning for everyone. And that's the kind of society that we want to promote and grow.